Hi, my name is Laurie, and we're going to be doing kids yoga, but it's not just for kids. I want you to grab your brother and your sister, your friends and your parents, and let's have fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in seated position. So we're going to do crisscross applesauce, and if that's not comfortable, you could put your legs out in front of you. So with yoga, the most important thing, I believe, is your breath. So we'll be incorporating breath and movement, but let's practice a little bit of our yoga breathing. I call it magic yoga breath. So what I want you to do is put your hands on your belly. The reason we're doing that is because when you inhale, I want your belly to expand out as far as you can. What that does, that helps you fill up all of your lungs. We just kind of shallow breathe, most of us, and that's a little bit stress-inducing. But when we take a really deep breath, what that does, it triggers your body to relax, and it triggers your immune system to kick in so that you can fight anything. And it also helps you, when you're calmer, you think better, and that means you get smarter. So a magic yoga breath helps with a whole lot of things. So let's get started. We're going to do our inhale to the count of 4. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Press your belly out, and then exhale. Let your belly sink back in. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale slowly, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit of movement with our breath. So keep doing that breath throughout the whole class, and I'll remind you. So put your arms out to the side and inhale up, reach to the sky. Exhale, relax your shoulders and bring your hands right back to heart center. Good, let's try that again. Inhale out, circle around, take that deep, big belly breath, reach up, exhale. You can exhale out your mouth or through your nose. So let's incorporate a little more movement, all right? So inhale, circle up. Exhale, relax your shoulders, and then go over to one side. Good. Inhale, lengthen your body. Exhale, open up to the sky a little bit more. Now keep both sit bones on the mat. Good. Inhale up. And let's go to the other side. Exhale, over. Again, we're using our breath to get deeper into the pose. So on your next inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, relax over and open up. Now let's turn it into a little flow. So inhale up. Exhale over. Let's do that again. Up and over. This time come up, reach up, relax your shoulders, come right back to heart center. All right, so let's come into butterfly. That's where you put your feet together, grab underneath your feet, open them up like a book, and let your knees just relax to the side. Now, when you take a deep inhale, I want you to lengthen your spine. Good. Now, how we're gonna do that, I want you to imagine that you're tying a string to the top of your head, okay? Now imagine someone is above you, and on your inhale, they're slightly pulling on that string, straightening your spine, and then when you exhale, relax your shoulders down, bring your chin to level. Good. So from here, let's do a gentle spinal twist. Take one knee, bring it on over, and I want you to walk your hands all the way to the back and look behind you. Again, use your breath, so inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist just a little bit more. Good, let's come back around to butterfly, and let's go to the other side. So grab that other knee, place it over, use your hands to walk around to the back. Now inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax and twist just a little more. Keep using your breath and then come back to center. Good. Now, I want you to hug your knees, put your forehead on your knees, and make a ball. Like, so round your spine out and hug your knees in. Good. From here, some of you guys know what we're going to do next. We're going to do rock and roll. So hold on to your knees and rock back and then roll forward. Good. Let's do that a few more times. Now, if this is uncomfortable, just do small rocks. And if it feels good, you could rock all the way back and then come all the way forward. Good. So let's start with our first challenge here. So I want you to sit up straight. Remember that string on top of your head? Someone's pulling it gently. Now, what I want you to do is take one leg and gently straighten it out. Now, if you can straighten all the way, go ahead. If not, just leave your knee bent. Good. Now come back down. Remember to use your breath too. Let's try the other side. So inhale, exhale. Straighten your leg up. Once again, just go to what feels good with you. If it hurts, then just back off. Okay? Now come back down. Guess what we're going to do next? We're going to do both feet at the same time. So go ahead and balance on your tailbone. Use your breath. And then slowly straighten both legs out. See if you can balance. Wow, you guys are doing awesome. Now, if you want to make this fun, let's roll back. Woo! And then come forward. Good. All right, crisscross again. And I want you to walk your hands out a little bit in front of you. Feel that stretch. And then relax your head down. Good. Now come back up. All right. Now, let's come on over to our side. We're going to do tabletop. I'm going to just turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So put your hands right below your shoulders. Your fingers are spread wide like gecko hands. Okay? Now, we're going to do cat-cow. So when you inhale, look up to the ceiling. Let your belly sink to the floor. This is called cow. And then when you exhale, push your hands into the floor, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, bring your chin to your chest, and this is cat. So let's do it a few more times. Inhale, look up, move like cow. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone under, tuck your chin, meow, like kitty cat. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, it feels so good on my lower spine. Move. Good. Exhale, one more time. Meow. Now, come to tabletop. We're going to throw in another challenge here. So extend one foot back, tuck your toes under. The opposite arm, put out like an arrow. So what you're going to do is this arm is going to be straight out. Imagine the energy is shooting through your fingertips. Now, if you're okay, lift that back foot up. And you want a straight line from your heel all the way to your fingertips. Hold that. A breath or two more. Remember to use your yoga breath. Come back down. So now let's try the other side. Extend the opposite leg out and the opposite arm. Remember, this arm is straight like an arrow and it's activated. Lift that back leg up. Take a few more deep breaths. And then come back down. What we're going to do from here is tuck both toes under and just lift your knees off the ground, just a little bit. Now, I want you to press into your hands. Make sure your hands are flat on the floor. Straighten your spine and then lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Keep your knees bent. And we're doing what's called down dog. It's like an upside down V. And if it's more comfortable, keep your knees bent. We're going to drop one heel to the floor and then lift that up and drop the other heel to the floor. This is like taking our dog on a walk in the park. Good. Now we're walking along in the park, and oh no, your dog sees a kitty cat. So your dog starts running after the kitty cat. He's running faster. And then he has to slow down. We're going to come down to our knees, And we're going to rest in child's pose, or rock. I like to call it rock. So put your toes together behind you. Sit down on your heels. Walk your hands out in front of you. And then rest your forehead on the mat. I want you to take a really deep breath in. And then when you exhale, just let it all out. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips. You can even rock back and forth. Good. Now come on up to tabletop and keep going. I want you to lower your belly first and then lower all the way down. From here, put your elbows right below your shoulders. And this is Sphinx pose. I want you to imagine pulling your hands back, and that lengthens your spine up. And if this feels okay, let's go on up into seal pose. That's where you straighten your arms gently. And if this is too much, just keep your elbows bent. Remember to keep breathing those nice, deep, magic yoga breaths. And if that feels okay, look up. And then come back down. Put your palm one on top of the other and just rest for one breath. Now from here, we're going to do Superman or Superwoman. So extend your arms out in front of you. Lift up and then lift your feet up. And then bring your arms out to the side. Then back behind you. Come up a little bit higher. Come back to the side. And then you can even fly like Superwoman would do, or Superman. And then come back down. One more deep breath. Now put your hands right beside your chest. And then slowly push up. And then push all the way back to rock pose. Come back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Lift up into down dog. Come up on your toes and tiptoe your feet to your hands. Now from here, place your feet about hip widths apart. I want you to grab your elbows and let your head hang like a coconut hanging off a coconut tree. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. That's just to make sure your head is completely relaxed. Your neck is relaxed. This is called ragdoll. So imagine that you have no bones in your back, no bones in your arm. Bend your knees if you want to, and you're just hanging there. Oh, a breeze is coming up. You feel that breeze, and you could just sway in the wind gently. This is one of my favorite poses, and it feels so good. Now, place your hands on the mat. Bend your knees more, and we're going to roll up like a rag doll. That means your head is going to come up last. Again, your arms are just hanging, your head's hanging. Roll up super slow. All the way up. Inhale. Bring your shoulders to your ears, and exhale. Bring your shoulders back down. Good. Now from here, I want you to inhale your arms around all the way up to the sky. Reach up. Bring your hands together and exhale. Let it out. Good. Now, what we're going to do from here, we're going to do star pose. Now, some of you guys know what we're going to do. So on 3, I want you to jump out to the side into a star. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, I want you to reach this hand all the way out to that corner, and then reach this hand out. On your next inhale, breathe in and open up with a little baby back bend, and let your heart shine. Good. Now, on your next inhale, bring your hands up, and exhale into horse pose. Bring your hands to your heart center. Good. Inhale into star. Open up. Let your heart shine even more this time. On your next exhale, bring your hands together and come on down into horse. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put your elbows on your knees if this is comfortable. Okay, and just sink into it. Now I want you to rock back, just gently, back and forth. And if you want to, put your hands on the mat, and then just go over to one side, straighten the other leg, point your toes up to the ceiling. See how that feels. And for a little bit of a balance, bring your hands to heart center. Good job. Put your hands back down. Shift over to the other leg, just carefully. Again, you can modify, so do what feels good to you. If it hurts, back off. Point your toes up to the ceiling. Now, again, that little challenge, that's a little balance here. Bring your hands to heart center. Hands back down to the mat. Now what I want you to do is to put one hand right underneath your face. The other arm extend above you and look up to the sky. Now bring that hand down and then put the other hand right below your face and then extend that opposite arm up to the sky. And if it feels okay, you could look up to the sky too. Come back down. Now let your head hang down. Bend your knees, and we're going to roll up like a rag doll again. So let your arms come up. Your arms relax. Your head comes up last. All the way up. Good. And on 3, we're going to jump our feet together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job. Okay, so shake your legs out. And what we're going to do next is we're going to jump out again. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do warrior pose, proud warrior, strong warrior. So take this foot and point it to that wall. Take this foot and point it to me. You can have a slight angle on it if you'd like to. All right? Now, bend this knee. Bend it as far as you can. I want to make sure that your knee is right over your ankle. So if it's too far, come up a little bit. And if it doesn't feel challenging, I want you to walk that foot out a little bit more. Get a little bit lower. Extend your arms out. Feel like energy is shooting through your fingertips. Relax your shoulders. And then look over your front knee. Look over your hand and just gaze for a second. Take a deep breath in. Make sure your core is tight. Now, inhale, raise your arm up, and then extend over into reverse warrior. Now, windmill your arms around. Place your elbow right on the upper leg. This arm goes straight above you at first. Make sure your shoulders are stacked. So you want this shoulder right over this shoulder, as opposed to here. If you're like this, straighten up. Good. Now keep that long, straight line. I want you to extend your arm over your head. And imagine a straight line from your fingertips all the way to your heel. Good. So inhale, windmill your arms around, back into reverse warrior, and then come back to the center. Good. Straighten that leg. Give your legs a little bit of shake, because guess what? We have to do the other side. So take this foot, point it to that wall. Okay. This foot points toward me, or you can angle it a little bit. Bend this front knee. Make sure your hips are facing forward. Again, your knee is directly over your ankle. And extend your arms out. Make sure your arms are straight. And then look over that hand. Go a little bit further for a little more of a challenge. Good. Inhale up into reverse warrior. And just gently over. You could look up to the sky if that feels okay. And then on your next inhale, and then exhale, windmill your arms around. Your elbow goes to your leg. Your arm goes straight above it first, and then extend it all the way over. One more time, it's windmill around, windmill into reverse warrior, and then back up. Straighten your legs, and on 3, we're gonna jump together. 1, 2, 3. Good, shake your legs out. Good job, you guys. That's kind of strengthening. That's going to make you have really strong legs. All right, so from here, let's throw in a balance pose. My favorite balance pose is tree. So, in order to do tree, let's take one leg. That's going to be your trunk. And what I want you to do is imagine that you're growing a root into the ground really deep, because you got to make this tree really stable. Your hips are pointing forward. Take that foot and just make a little kickstand against your ankle. So you can start in this position, and you might want to stay in this position, that's fine. If you want to try to bring your foot up a little bit higher to your calf, or all the way up, that's fine too. Now I like to pick a point on the floor in front of me, and that helps with your balance. So bring your hands to your heart, and if you fall out of it, that's fine. You can either come back up or stay with your foot on the ground. Inhale up. Exhale, open up your branches. Good. Make sure your core is nice and tight. Use your breath to help with your balance. Good. Inhale your hands together. Exhale, bring them back to your heart. And let's throw in one more challenge here. Bring your leg out in front of you. Extend it out for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift a little bit higher. And 1. Woo. All right, so now we have to do the other side. So go ahead and take this leg and make it really stable. So imagine growing that root into the earth, really deep. Make sure your core is nice and tight. So put your foot, other foot, to your ankle. You can stay there if that feels okay, or you can come up higher. Now on both sides, I want you to avoid your knee, so do not put your foot here. It's either going to be on your calf, or bring it up all the way. Again, pick that point on the floor a few feet in front of you. That's going to help with balance. Bring your hands to heart center. Again, if you fall out of it, that's fine. You can either stay down here or come back up. And then on your next inhale, grow your branches up. And exhale, open them up. Good. Bring your hands together. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Bring your knee out in front of you. And extend it for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift it a little bit higher. Shake those legs out. Good deal. All right, so from here, I want you to bring your arms out in front of you. Come up on your toes. Imagine that there's a wall behind you. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly slide down that wall. Slower. Stay on your toes if you can. Woo, come down. And we're going to come into frog pose. So, bring your elbows on the inside of your knees. If this is comfortable, Connor calls this ninja pose. So I like that. We'll call it ninja pose. Take a few deep breaths. Exhale slowly. Now, what do frogs like to do? They like to jump. So on 3, we're going to do a big jump forward. 1, 2, 3. Woo. Now we have to jump back. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo. Now let's sit down on our lily pad. And we're going to go right into butterfly again. So let your knees just relax out. Slow down your breathing. Remember these slow, deep breaths, they just make you stronger, makes your immune system stronger. So I want you to practice yoga breaths all the time. And remember, when you exhale, you could exhale through your mouth, or you could exhale through your nose. Good. So from here, what I want you to do is hug your knees again. Put your forehead to your knees. Give me that round ball. And then slowly come onto your back. Bring your knees up. Your arms out to the side. And then gently let your knees relax over to one side. Try to keep the opposite shoulder on the mat and then look over your opposite arm. If you want to, you can take your hand, gently put it on top of your knee, and just press down slightly. You want this to feel really good. Now come back up to center, and let's go over to the other side. So just gently let them go over to the side as you look over your opposite arm. Use your hand just to gently press your knees down. This should feel so good on your lower back. Come back up, and we're going to go into relaxation from here. So what I want you to do is extend your legs out and let your feet open to the side. And then put your arms probably about 6 inches out from your body, and your palms are facing up. Now, if this isn't comfortable, you could lay on your side, or you can even sit up. So, I'm going to talk you through a relaxation that we're only going to do for about 3 or 4 minutes. So you guys stay laying down, and I want you to gently close your eyes. So it's almost like you're going to sleep. And I want you to focus on your inhale. Feel that cool breath as it goes all the way down the back of your throat. And as you allow your belly to rise up. And then when you exhale, feel the warm air coming back up and out your nostrils. So breathe in, and your belly rises. And then when you exhale, your belly sinks back down. So just notice with each breath that your body becomes more and more relaxed. If you feel any tension, any tightness in your neck or in your shoulders, your arms, your lower back, or your legs, just let it go. Just let it melt into the mat. Now, I want you to imagine that your yoga mat has turned into a white, fluffy, soft cloud. Now, this cloud is made just for you. It's so soft, and your body just sinks into it more and more with each breath. You're just drifting in the sky, have nothing to worry about. Feel that warm breeze on your face and through your hair, and the sunshine feels so good on your skin. So you're peacefully resting, perfectly still, and perfectly safe. So if you want, since you're at home, you can stay in this relaxation pose a little bit longer. But if you're ready, you can go ahead and start moving your fingers and moving your toes. Stretch your arms above you like you might do in the morning. And then wrap your arms around your knees, hug them in, and just gently rock from side to side. Now roll over onto one side. Just take a breath or two. Use your upper arm to help push you up into seated position. From here, let's take a nice deep breath in. Reach up to the sky. Relax your shoulders as you exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. And at the end of the class, we always say namaste. So I want you to be safe and continue doing your magic yoga breaths whenever you feel stressed. Just remember that doing these breaths helps make you stronger, makes your immune system stronger. So my recommendation is to practice them all the time.